Hi guys, Happy New Year and welcome back to another vlog, the first official vlog of 2025. So crazy to say. I'm Lauren. If you're new here, I'm a Jersey City and New York City lifestyle content creator. I also work full-time in influencer marketing and I just love sharing little snippets of my life on the internet. I am about to head over to brunch with Tim, my husband's family. So brunch with the in-laws, we're doing a little late Christmas celebration because we had Christmas with my family this year in Pittsburgh. So we're gonna exchange gifts and see them and just celebrate the holidays and the new year. And I wanted to show my little outfit. This is one of my favorite Fumoda sweaters. It's so cute, ties here, and I just paired it with a black tee and then velvet pants because it's freezing out and I love a little festive velvet pant. I have these Ana Luisa earrings, which are one of my go-tos. Gonna throw on some booties and walk on over, but I'm also sharing my sourdough starter journey in this video, so be prepared to see that. You know, we're on like day 4 right now. We're trying to activate the starter. I have the ballerina farm one, so I'll include some of those clips next after the brunch stuff. Thanks for watching. Officially starting my sourdough baking journey. Figured I'd take you along with me. Got the eye patches on. We are ready. I got the Ballerina Farm starter kit and everything for Christmas. And I've been wanting to start the sourdough journey for a while, but I have not yet. So now is the time. So I have the little book. I have her starter and all the other goodies, and we are going to reactivate the starter. It said it should take about 5 days before I can bake my first loaf. Today is actually New Year's Eve. It's Wednesday, so maybe Sunday, Monday, I'll be able to have one. Let's go. It is day 3 of the sourdough journey. I opened my jar. I'm activating the starter. I opened it and it smells sour. It's looking a little bubbly. Think we're getting there. Here it is. Okay guys, it's day 4 of activating the Ballerina Farm starter. Let's see how it's looking. Getting some bubbles in there. Beautiful, it smells sourdoughy. And here's my discard jar, which I've been keeping in the fridge. Yesterday it looked ready and today now it looks watery again, so I'm gonna just call it day. TGIF, back in the kitchen, same sweatshirt on. I just showered after the gym. My hair's kind of wet, but I'm making a yummy dinner tonight, another yummy one. We did the short ribs last night, which I think I did a quick video of, and then tonight I found this really good leftover short rib recipe for a short rib ragu from Wishbone Kitchen. So now I'm making that for a little cozy Friday. Got some wine, and I'm in my cooking era. I mean, it's the first week of the year, but I think I'm crushing it so far. So I'll show you what we have going on. So this is reheating the shredded short ribs from last night up. And then over here we have the fresh pasta, cooking that to al dente. Just a little. Hi guys, good morning. Just made some coffee and I'm actually going to try out this new recipe for Greek yogurt protein bagels that I saw on Instagram. Looks pretty easy and I have all of this flour for my sourdough journey, so I'm gonna try that out. And then after I put those in, they take like 15-20 minutes to bake. I will do my day 5, I think we're on, of rehydrating the Ballerina Farm sourdough starter. Now it's time for the sourdough starter. Looks better than yesterday. I don't know why it got watery again yesterday. Maybe it was too hot in here, too cold, but it definitely looks better. My goodness, the bagels turned out beautifully. Just did everything but the bagel seasoning on it. Look at those. Quick update, the bagels were absolutely amazing. Now I'm heading into the city to go to a New York Pilates class and then meeting up with my friend Katya there. We've been doing Pilates together this year. And then meeting up with our other friends, Kate and Ryan, for a little brunch. Got on a full brown fit. Hi. It's officially day 5 now. It was finally rising and bubbly this morning when I took it out. So the recipe that I have actually wants you to make 2 loaves, and I don't even know if I have enough starter to do that yet. So I think what I'm gonna do is just give it one like regular feed now that the starter is activated and ready to go. So I'm gonna give it a regular feed today, and then maybe tomorrow it'll be time to cook with. I don't know, we'll see, we'll see. Now we do 140 grams of flour. That's a lot more than we have been doing. Maybe I should use the cup, we'll see. Last one maybe. Then 125 grams of water. So much more to mix now than when I was just activating the dehydrated starter. Hi, Finn. Snow day. Go, Finn, go. Go, Finn, go. Good morning. Making my coffee. Just did a little shot of espresso. I like the Voltezzo from Nespresso. It's so good. I'm gonna do some honey. Just a little unsweet almond milk. I like this Elmhurst one. I'm trying to do, you know, less oils and added ingredients and everything, and this one is pretty good. Also, my hair is tucked in like this because I was just outside and it's so windy and freezing. I'm like, you gotta tuck it in, and then I figured I would just leave it here to do my starter. And guys, it got huge. That coffee's amazing. Okay, the starter like tripled in size last night. I did my first like full feed now that my starter is active. It started like right here. This side's better. It started under here. Got all the way up to there. Smells like sourdough. Also look, bubbles. This is looking good now, but I think I'm gonna give it one feed this morning, and then maybe later tonight it'll be ready to bake with, and I'll proof it overnight, all that jazz, and then maybe bake tomorrow. Stay tuned, we'll see.
For example, in 2023, that theme was I need to develop a fitness routine. And when you look back on it, be like, this guy just crushed his business this year. It isn't 7 years that you want to happen. And I think you can get specific with that. Like, I want this kind of house, or this kind of family, or this kind of savings account, or whatever it may be. Then the next part of that to pursue against, and then you have a 1-year plan mixed with 1 year or 1 month goals. You'll just start to be able to, like that, just say, or your job, whatever it may be.
You're gonna need a bigger jar.
Then you take that on as identity and say, if you're going to be someone.
Look at all this discard. I either want to make muffins or cookies later, so we'll see. Maybe cookies, because I don't know if I have enough blueberries for muffins, but that'll be yummy. And then here, I like this one. It's really nice because you can do the temperature on it, but I gotta put this here. I'm actually a little worried that this might outgrow the jar. So I'm gonna need to order some more WEC jars. Okay, and then I fed it Tuesday, 8 a.m., so I marked that. And then our apartment stays pretty cold in the winter, and I like cannot get the heater to go up much higher. So I actually saw some tips on TikTok that you can put this in the oven with just the light on, and it'll give it a little more warmth. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll check on this in a few hours to see how much it has risen. Hello, Mr. Trainer. Are you my trainer? Thank you. Love you. Hi guys. It's like 12 hours later now. It's like 8:30 at night. It's ready. It is tripled in size. Look at this. crazy. Bubbling, ready to go. Oh yeah, nice and thick, nice and bubbly. This is crazy. I'm a first timer here, so this is all very exciting. And I think I'm gonna make my first dough, and then in the morning, we're making waffles. No, in the morning we're making sourdough. I'm so excited. Hey guys, good morning. So I did the sourdough dough in the fridge overnight and it was supposed to rise. It did not rise very much. So I think that my fridge might be too cold. So I have it here now on the counter. And I'm gonna leave it there for a few hours next to the oven. I'm actually making sourdough discard blueberry muffins right now. So it's warmer out here. Hopefully it'll rise a little bit and then we can get started on our stretch and folds, but we'll see, fingers crossed. I'm using the Ballerina Farm one, and some people say that her recipe is not very easy for first timers, which obviously I'm a first timer, so I'm gonna bake it anyways, even if it doesn't rise, and then we'll reevaluate. So even if my sourdough doesn't turn out great this round, these sourdough discard blueberry muffins look amazing. I kind of combined two recipes that I found online because the dough was a little thick at first. And I added some Greek yogurt to it for a little extra protein. These look so good. They're so fluffy. Okay, they're still a little sticky, pretty wet, but I have to leave it on the counter for 20 minutes now. See how it goes. Just did the second round of stretch and folds, have them in our proofing baskets now. Still looking a little wet, so we'll see. I'm gonna cover them with these plastic hair wraps and put them in the fridge for 2 hours. Got the bread out of the fridge. I can already tell it's gonna be a little flat. It's not looking like a big dough ball, but oh well. Let's make it work. There she is. See how it goes. Looking a little dense, but cut it open eventually and see. My failed sourdough loaf. It's very dense, did not rise very well, but I've been reading stuff online and I think I know how I can change it next time to make it better. Maybe people are saying the Ballerina Farm recipe has too much water because she is at high elevation, and here in Jersey we're not. So we'll see. Here's the inside, gummy and dense. It's steaming though, smells good. I don't know. I found a recipe on TikTok that says you can toast both sides of it in the air fryer, like cut into slices, and then make like a pizza bagel out of it. So maybe we'll do that and try to recover. Practice makes perfect. I have my other loaf in there now. I'm like, I might as well bake them because I already did the hard part. But I'm thinking for round 2, next week maybe, I have other ideas. So we'll see. Goodbye, Christmas. You're not really helping, are you?
How did this go on?
No. Hi guys, a few updates to share. First of all, I am officially an Oura Ring girly. I I got the new 4th gen or whatever it is in gold for Christmas, and I've been trying it out for a couple days now, and I'm excited to see if I like it. And then second update, I wanted to officially do my 2024 top books of the year. You know, I'm a big reader. If you follow me over on Instagram, you see I share a lot of book recs there and what I'm reading. I have a Kindle. I got it, I think 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. So I just kind of churn through the books. I'm pretty speedy. I'm always downloading new ones. I had a couple beachy vacations last year, so I read a ton. I actually read, I'm looking here at my Goodreads, 50 books in 2024, a little crazy, but I wanted to just do my top 5 for you, and I'm going to start with number 5, work my way up to number 1, give you a little synopsis of what the book is like, and then also my rating. So first up is Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. I gave it 5 stars. We read one of her other books for book club, and I just really like her as an author. She has a lot of romantic comedies, easy to read. I like them for nice little beach reads. And this book, here is the description. Fern Brookbanks has wasted too much of her time of her adult life thinking about Will Baxter. She spent 24 hours in her early 20s with the aggravatingly attractive, idealistic artist, a chance encounter that spiraled into a day-long adventure in Toronto. The timing was wrong, but their connection was that they shared every secret, every dream, and made a pact to meet 1 year later. So basically they meet and they decide to meet up again later, and it's kind of like telling the story of how they met. Is he not gonna come? Is she gonna come? And just talking about that whole thing. Obviously a romance, but now it's in the future. So it says, but 10 years ago, Will Baxter rescued Fern. Can she do the same for him? Loved it. Meet Me at the Lake. Okay, number 4, The Magnificent Lives of Marjorie Post by Alison Pataki. This is historical fiction, which is not typically my go-to, but it was super entertaining. Obviously, you know, Marjorie Post from Post Serials. There's been a lot about that, like the General Mills movie too that came out last year. So here is the description on that one. Mrs. Post, the President and the First Lady are here to see you. So begins another average evening for Marjorie Merriweather Post. Presidents have come and gone, and she has hosted them all. Growing up in the modest farmlands of Battle Creek, Michigan, Marjorie was inspired by a few simple rules. Always think for yourself, never take success for granted, and work hard, even when deemed American royalty, even when covered in imperial diamonds. Marjorie had an insatiable drive to live and love and to give more than she got. From crawling through Moscow warehouses to rescue the Tsar's treasures, to outrunning Nazis in London, from serving the homeless in the Great Depression, entertaining Roosevelt's, Kennedys, and Hollywood big stars, Marjorie Merriweather Post lived an epic life a few could imagine. So, Magnificent Lives of Marjorie Post, number 4. Moving on, number 3, Society of Lies by Lauren Ling Brown. This was one of our book club books that we read. Actually, I think it was towards the end of last year. It's a mystery thriller that had me reading so quickly. It really brought me back to being on a college campus because that is the setting of the book, and it kind of reminded me of my college campus. Obviously, not what happens in it because it's a little dark, but I thought it was really entertaining, and I really wanted to know what happened at the end. I was reading it so quickly, but the description here says, how far would you go to belong? Maya has returned to Princeton for her college reunion, and it's been a decade since she graduated. And this visit is special because she will also be attending the graduation of her little sister, Naomi. But what should have been a dream weekend because Maya's worst nightmare when she receives the news that Naomi is dead. Police are calling it an accident, but Maya suspects that there is more to the story than they're letting on. As she pieces together what happened in the months leading up to her sister's death, she begins to realize how much Naomi hid from her. Despite warnings, Naomi joins Sterling Club, the most exclusive social club on campus, the same one Maya belonged to. And if she had to guess, Naomi was likely tapped for the secret society within it. Maya knows that her sister isn't the first person in the society to turn up dead. Now every clue is leading Maya back to the past, and to the secret she's been keeping all these years. So, obviously a mystery thriller book, and I like that. I like to mix it up a little with my fun beachy reads. I also gave that one a 4.5. My number 2 book of last year was Just for the Summer, Abby Jimenez. It's actually the 3rd in the Part of Your World series, but I read this one first and it doesn't matter. You can read the others after in any order. I read them after and I love them too, but she's one of my favorite authors. I love her books. They're super easy to read and keep you turning the pages. This one, Justin Has a Curse, thanks to a Reddit thread. It's all over the internet. Every woman he dates goes on to find their soulmate the second they break up. When a woman slides into his DMs with the same problem, they come up with a plan. They'll date each other and then break up. Their curses will cancel each other's out, and they'll both go on to find the love of their lives. It's a banker's idea, and it might just work. Emma hadn't planned that her next assignment as a traveling nurse would be in Minnesota, but her and her best friend agree that dating Justin is too good of an opportunity to pass up. It's supposed to be a quick fling just for summer, but when Emma's toxic mother shows up and Justin has to assume guardianship of his 3 siblings, they're suddenly navigating a lot more than they expected, including catching real feelings for each other. What if this time fate has actually brought the perfect pair together? So this was a really cute romantic love story, and I definitely recommend. I gave it 5 stars. And then my #1 book of last year, drum roll, is The Things We Leave Unfinished by Rebecca Yarros. I loved it. It wasn't a new book from last year, but it was the first time I read it, and I was obsessed. I could not put it down. It was so cute. I was very invested in all of the characters. I might have shed some tears. I recommended it to everyone who asked me last year for a book that they should read because it was just so good, but it's told in alternating timelines. It examines the risks we take for love, the scars that are too deep to heal, and the endings that we couldn't bring ourselves to see coming. 28-year-old Georgia Stanton has to start over after she gave up almost everything in a brutal divorce. New York house, friends, and her pride. Now back home at her late great-grandmother's estate in Colorado, she finds herself face-to-face with Noah Harrison, the best-selling author of 1 million books where the cover is always people nearly kissing. He's just as arrogant in person as he is in interviews, and she'll be damned if the good-looking writer of love stories thinks that he'll be the one to finish her grandmother's first novel, even if the publisher swears he's the perfect fit. As they read Scarlett's words in both the manuscript and the box of letters, they start to realize why Scarlett, the great-grandmother, never finished the book. It's based on her real-life romance with a World War II pilot, and the ending isn't a happy one. Georgia knows all too well that love never works out, and while the chemistry and connection between her and Noah is undeniable, she's determined as ever to learn from her great-grandmother's mistakes, even if it means destroying Noah's career. I definitely recommend checking this one out if you haven't. I gave it 5 stars. It was amazing. I recommend all of my top 5 books. Also, I'll link my Goodreads below if you want to follow along there and see the other books that I read last year. I just love reading. It's so much fun, especially right before bed to wind down for the night. I just love it. So if you have any recommendations too of books that we should read, leave it down below in the comments, please. I'm always looking for new books to add to my TBR list. Also, shout out to my dog Finley over there. He's just so dang cute. But this was fun doing a little book review. Let me know too, guys, if you want to see more books kind of in real time as we go throughout the year this year. It's a few days later now, and I wanted to come on just give a little update on the sourdough. So as you saw, it was quite dense, but it was so funny and cute. Tim came home from work, and I had the 2 loaves of bread sitting out to cool, like on the cooling rack. And he's like, "Oh my goodness, you made fresh bread. It smells so good." And he ate it, and we've been eating it the last few days. And, you know, it tastes good, but it's just not perfect. So hopefully next week or the week after, I can get my starter mature enough or more mature and just ready to go. I think it was too young of a starter, so it didn't help the rise very much. And then 2, the Ballerina Farms recipe I was using, she's based in Utah, and that's a higher elevation. And so people were saying online that sometimes she adds more water than we would need to add here in Jersey because we're not at that elevation. It's not as dry. You don't need to add as much water. So that could be it too. The dough was very moist when I was making it, and I was like, okay, I don't think this is gonna end very well, but I'm just gonna keep doing it. Might as well see it through, and it tastes fine. So that's the update there. Today we spent the whole day like doing errands, getting the apartment back in order. I mean, we're changing our sheets right now, cleaning it out. Finally took Christmas down, which is sad, but it'll feel good to just kind of declutter and get everything in order in the new year. I feel like we've had a pretty productive start so far, which is nice. Just trying to cook a lot, as you've seen in this video, and get my workouts in, and you know how it goes. But I hope you guys are having a nice, easy kind of start to the year as well. And I'm gonna sign this off here. Tim and I are about to head to dinner to this new restaurant here in Jersey City. We're gonna check that out. But before I go, I wanted to thank you for watching this video. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and if you're a sourdough girl, leave a comment on what I should do to fix my dense bread. Would love that too. But thank you guys so much for watching. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok as well. Everything will be linked at the end of this video and down below. But happy 2025. Bye.